Hey, what is up, guys? We are here with some Street Fighter V. Gonna get my thoughts, impressions, opinions of the game. I'm probably not gonna be able to cover everything in this video because there's a lot to talk about, and this video is not super long, but I think the game is really fun. That's kind of the short version of it, in case you're wondering. I do like the game a lot. I think it's really great. I do have a little bit of gripes here and there, but overall, I think the game is really awesome, and when you guys get your hands on it, if you haven't already, you're gonna like it. It's a really good game, and it feels a lot like Street Fighter, but it doesn't feel so much like Street Fighter 4 that if you don't like Street Fighter 4 you won't enjoy this, right? I think that's a really good thing. A lot of people have been asking too if I'm gonna make tutorial style content when this game comes out, just like Mortal Kombat. Definitely, if you guys want to learn this game, I'm gonna be doing a ton of videos and content to help you guys out, so don't worry about that. If you want to learn the game, stick right here. I've got you covered. As far as like the game goes and what I think about it, there's a lot of things I really enjoy, and I've been thinking a lot about other people when I'm thinking about this game. I'm thinking about people who are maybe new to fighting games, or people who are just, you know, I play them a little bit but I'm not super great at it. I'm trying to learn this game and pick it up and be good at it, right? I think that picking up this game, this Street Fighter game, is easier than any other Street Fighter game I've played by far. Like, if you want to get into Street Fighter, this is the perfect game to do so. Perfect time, perfect game, perfect situation. It's there. This game is really easy to pick up and play because the execution is so much lower on combos that, like, if you know, you don't have the greatest execution in Street Fighter 4, it might be tough for you because you have to hit all these one frame links to get maximum damage, which is really frustrating, right? In this game, execution's easy. All the characters that have come back from older games, they don't play like they did in those games. So even if you never played those old Street Fighter games, somebody who did doesn't necessarily have an advantage as far as character select goes, because the characters are just so different that you're going to be able to pick them up and learn them at probably the same speed as everybody else, which is awesome. I like that people are not going to have a head start just because I played, you know, Bison in this game. I know how to play him better already in this game. It's good. It's a really good change, I think. But despite that, ease of use for new players to get in, I don't think it's really easy for a weaker player to beat a stronger player. This is one of the few fighting games where I feel like the better player should almost always win, like 99% of the time. Because, you know, sometimes in other games, system mechanics will help somebody out or make things easier or kind of make it more even. But in this game, it just honestly feels like it's a lot about the neutral, it's a lot about the footsies, and if you're not beating someone in that, you're going to have a tough time beating them, which I think is a good thing, but it might turn off newer players against certain veterans. The damage output in this game is high, the stun output in this game is high, which means that offense is so strong. Like, if you get going, you hit somebody with a couple things, you clip them, the round might be over. You might have just won by just getting in there and being a grown man and making stuff happen, which is fun for characters who like rushdown, but I also feel like defensive play is good too, which is something I was worried about. It just feels like that playstyle works as well. Like you see here, he's dead. So get ready to watch the next game because, yeah, it's rough times. When you get stunned in this game, you're pretty much donezo if the guy knows how to do a combo, which, since the execution pretty low, it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, it's fun. I do feel like defensive playstyles in this game are good, and I feel like the defensive characters, like someone like Nash, or you can play Ryu pretty defensive, and Chun-Li especially, it's great. And if you want to play those characters, take them on offense and try to go for that stun gameplay too. It works pretty well. I think the characters are designed really well so far. Netcode feels good. I like it a lot. It's way better than, you know, certain other fighting games have been online. It's pretty decent so far. I hope that on release it's even better, because like some of the matches I've played have been a little weird, but mostly they were people who weren't in the US, so that's probably why, honestly. The rollback was pretty tough, but people in the US, for 99% of the time, I'd say my connection is really good to them. Another thing that's cool about this game is that the range you play at is so close. Like, when you play footsies in this game, you're so close to each other compared to Street Fighter 4, where there's a lot of distance. Like, I feel like in Street Fighter 4, you're kind of walking back and forth at like 75% of the screen distance a lot of the times. You're kind of both just chilling at that range. I don't find that happens as often in this game. Like, I feel like you play the close-up game way more in this game than you do in other Street Fighters, which, or at least in Street Fighter 4, which I like a lot. I like playing that range a lot. I think it's way more fun. Despite all that, you know, I think the game's a blast. I think that it's a really good step in the right direction for Street Fighter, and I think it's a franchise that has a lot coming in the future. It's gonna be sick. This game is awesome. What Capcom is doing in terms of supporting the game, as well as Sony, is amazing. I can't wait for this game to come out as a full release, and just make videos about it, play it all the time, stream it. It's going to be a ton of fun. And hopefully you guys are along for the ride. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again pretty soon. I'm probably going to make a video talking about whatever NRS developed or talks about in the patch today. So probably see you guys sooner than you think. Thanks for watching again. Later.